Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre employs prudent fiscal management practices in addition to multi-stakeholder consultations to ensure the ordinary St. Lucian remains the primary beneficiary of any public borrowing during his tenure as head of the government of St. Lucia. In the 16 months since the Pierre Administration assumed office, the legislative arm of the government has sought the permission of the lower house of Parliament to authorize public borrowing on 3 separate occasions. It is important to note that in the first 2 instances, the lower house met to repurpose and reactivate some of the funding negotiated by the previous administration to instead support social safety net and other socio-economic development programs. The Prime Minister has been made aware of a gravely erroneous rumor that infers his administration borrowed EC $277.1 million in October of 2022.
Anything that the leader of the opposition says, in there is something that's not true. He just cannot help himself. Why in the good name you could put on a Facebook page that the government borrowed $109 million in October? October was last month. Anybody can tell you that we didn't borrow no money in October, but you print it for the Facebook people to listen to, and you want to argue that and try to attack me? You want to argue that?
There are absolutely no records from the Parliament office, including the Hansard, from any lower house debate in the last 16 months, nor are there any records in the offices of the Ministry of Finance or the Office of the Prime Minister that can remotely substantiate or legitimize this irresponsible fabrication.
Today, the borrowing is unique. The borrowing is for people. Frontally for people. Vulnerable people. The single mothers that he attacks. Yes. The people that he calls Americans. Yes. The people that he says go and demonstrate in Marchand. Yes. These are the people we're borrowing for. The people that he said that I want St. Jude to look like Marchand. Them people in Marchand, denigrating Marchand. That's what we do. That's the people we're borrowing for. And whilst we are doing that, we are creating an environment where the businesses can make more money, both large and small, and helping small businesses to make money. That's the difference between us and them, Mr. Speaker.
To support part of his 2022-2023 budget, Prime Minister Pierre, for the first time on November 22nd, sought the permission of the lower house of Parliament to borrow approximately $14.06 million from the Caribbean Development Bank's Special Funds resources to finance social safety nets for vulnerable households affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, and EC $9.9 million from the bank's Special Development Fund to invest in the island's MSME sector. The approximate total of all public borrowing between July 26, 2021 and November 22, 2022 does not amount to EC $505 million. From the Office of the Prime Minister, Rihani Isidore.